Why, hello there. We got some hypey music today. I'm doing pretty fantastic. Thanks for asking. How are all of you doing? I found this music on the and I had to use it. It's so good. But yeah, welcome everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Ah, such good music. You're out of time. You're the ghost of Lapras. Happy Valentine, but you'll watch. When you try to catch it, it goes right through you. Oof. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, welcome. JV, Lapras, Mukhtar, Rando. Okay, good. I got everyone. We're good. I'm always worried that I might forget someone when I'm welcoming people. But yeah, how y'all doing tonight? Hopefully you're in as good of a mood as I am, even though I'm rather tired. And despite having sliced my finger open, not really sure how that happened. I was cleaning and looked down at my there's a big old cut through my finger. I was like, how'd that happen? Look in Discord chat. Gotcha. Thank you. So your mom adopted a cat because the gray one scraped and my sister really loved him, but then he ran up. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Losing a pet is always unfortunate. But tonight, here is the plan. We are going to take a little walk down memory lane of the many things I've tried and failed at in life, because you know, Life is just a bunch of failures until you finally hit a success. That's how things work around here. But you know, that's okay. All right, now that I've played my super hypey music, we can go back to the normal music. I just had to play that one because it was too good, you know? There we go. We vibing. So yeah, I know I've talked about this on stream a little bit before, but I have quite a long history of doing stuff. Not doing stuff well, but like that. But a long history of doing stuff. Usually I fail at it quite a lot, but that's okay. You know, you gotta fail. Wow, voice crack. You gotta fail to get somewhere in life. So primarily today, what we're going to talk about is the publishing company I technically own, which also technically owns this stream, and another company that I was co-owner of that has since been disbanded, but we made video games. Rose, can I have mom put your avatar face mad and say no? Okay, I can do that for you. No. there you go. Okay, so I own a publishing company. Company being a very large word. I own a publishing business, shall we say. Let me turn on the music just a little bit. And that company owns this stream because I classified this stream as a business. It's all under that. So yeah, technically, or I'll stop using the word technically. Legally, Othea LLC owns this stream and this YouTube channel, because that way I can write it off on taxes. But I own Othea LLC. You know, we're doing some tax shenanigans up in here so I can pay less taxes, or rather refund or save money from taxes. Can you publish my book on how to tame a pet rock? Well, you'll get to see exactly what kind of stuff I published. Now I say book, but they're more like booklets. Like they're not very long. They're a couple pages at most. You got to go, but you'll leave like, hey, thanks, Mukhtar. I appreciate it. Even you just showing up for a minute makes it that much better. Have a good day. But so I actually started off writing books for Pathfinder. It's basically like Dungeons and Dragons. But I have licensed stuff that I wrote. Some stuff that I got some other people to collaborate on. But we'll go through and I'll show you some of it because I think it's pretty cool. But first, actually, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's just start with the publishing stuff, because that sounds like a lot more fun to start with. Or actually, you know what? To tell you what, we're gonna start with the history. The history might make things more interesting. So not last year. Wait, hold on. Technically 2 years ago now, I started a company to write for Dungeons and Dragons books and things like that, because I'm really into that stuff. I love doing it. And this live is sponsored by, yeah, basically. But yes, 2 years ago I got into writing Dungeons and Dragons books. Made a huge project, had like a huge custom world build. Oh wait, oh that'll be fun. We'll have to show that too. I have like a detailed world map and stuff like that, and layout and all this other fun stuff. Basically, there's a lot of really cool stuff that I did. but I never wrote a lot of it down until about 2 years ago. And then I started writing things down, and then I started writing more things down, writing out campaigns, writing books, writing other stuff. Hey Zero, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. But actually, so the original concept for this character that you're seeing on screen now is from that original world, right? Like, he didn't have a name at that point in time, but that's where this design came from. This was a guy in that world. So that's kind of the story behind why I chose this sort of look. I'm glad to hear you're doing great. But yeah, so I started writing things down. I started writing a huge book that will never ever get published because I kept on rewriting it and revising it, and it just got nowhere. It was my own custom game system. It's functional. I actually have the character sheet ready for it. I made prototypes and everything like that, but ultimately in the end, it didn't quite pan out the way I wanted. Yes, it would have been a thick book. I think I was up to about 140 pages before I stopped, and I was maybe halfway through, which for an RPG book, that's pretty big. That's a thick boy. That's a very thick boy. But yeah, so I worked through that. I decided that instead of trying to create a new system, oh yeah, 140 pages doesn't really do it justice. Like, I have spreadsheets that have up to 40 tabs worth of me doing calculations on how to make sure that, you know, the system was balanced, that it worked, that everything felt nice. I studied some statistics to try and make sure that, you know, my own math was good. I ran it through a bunch of dice simulators. I really did put in a lot of effort to make a very balanced game, because that's really important to me. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone would have been really super interested in it outside of myself. And I didn't have the resources, talent, or connections to make it into a book that was really worth publishing. Like a book of that size, I could have put in, you know, another 2 years of effort at least, and not even gotten close to a product that I would have been really proud of. The effort, super proud of. Really, really happy with how all that stuff turned out. It's still on the back burner of something I might return to, you know, later. Because again, I put so much effort into that. And we'll maybe take a look at some of the effort that went into that. Why not self-publish on Amazon Kindle in the future? Maybe. So we'll actually get into that, because I have that's what made me swap to the new way of doing things. So I stopped working on this huge book that was going to take me forever. I was just never going to get it finished, and I said, you know what, let's take the story from that book and start making those into small self-contained little things. And what kind of got this process started is a friend of mine. Did I name the book? Yeah, we'll take a look at it here in just a second. But oh hell, we can look at it now. Let's go to this. Don't worry about that. We'll look at that later. So this is one of those books. This kind of got me into a creative mode because one of my friends also did a lot of writing, and he came up with this concept of dragon gods and some other stuff, and I really liked it. And so I actually hired him to write some stuff for the world that I made. And this wasn't the first book that I put out. And I say book, it's really a booklet because this is only a couple, I think this is like 15 pages long. Yeah, so this is back before I really had a good grasp on design, like at all. One second, we're just gonna, there we go, extend that a little bit. So this is, let me tab to the right thing. Let's zoom in a little bit. So this is one of the first ones that I published. Simply called Plot Points, Dragon Gods. Friend helped write it. You know, it looks like this one's 13 pages. Wrote some stuff about the system. This was made for Pathfinder 2nd edition, an RPG, so it has like the god stats and things for people who worship them, and a little bit about their backstory, stuff like this. So there's 10 of these. I actually still think that this holds up to some scrutiny. This picture was kind of a weird one to choose, but you know, overall, making this was a very interesting journey because other than this image right here and this one down here, the rest of all of this stuff was free assets. So this is, you know, this is a little 15 pager. This one actually did fairly well for me putting it. You can actually buy this right now. This is just one of the projects that I did. But so the whole point was me taking my huge ideas that I had and starting to cut them into more bite-sized pieces that I knew I could finish and release. That's a good question. We can look at this in a second. But I wouldn't recommend buying this unless you're legitimately interested in playing the game. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. I am proud of this though. So in this particular one, I didn't do much of the writing. Most of this, everything you see kind of like right here, all these paragraphs describing them, these are all made by my friend. Whereas, and then all the mechanical stuff, this was made by me. So we have kind of a, we kind of have a co-writer thing going on here. But this is just one of several. I haven't done one in several months because I didn't feel the need to. But we'll go back to the very first one that I published, which was, that is a good question. I actually don't know if I have the original still here. Well, we can't really see it, so that's unfortunate. But we'll go to the next one that I did, which was this one, which should be loading right now. So here's another one I did. This one's done completely by me. Again, artwork is the only thing that I paid for, really. And by the way, this whole journey of making these made me find out you can find a lot of stuff for free or really cheap. Yeah, so this picture, this cost me 10 bucks. Because this was just on a stock image site and it happened to fit really well. If I was redoing this, I would change this font and other stuff. But, you know, this one's another shorter one. Oh, actually, I paid for this little piece of artwork down here too. I think this was like $8. But yeah, this is another thing. This just introduces some new races, which, by the way, I beat the actual company who makes this game to the punch. they wanted to do some hybrid shenanigans, and I made the rules and published them before they published them, so I did it first. I'm proud of that. And the funny thing is the way that it works is identical. It's so funny. Like, the way that our rules worked were the exact same. So I'm like, all right, I did a pretty good job. But yeah, so again, with the learning type, like what type of stuff's free, like this image was free. There's actually not that much artwork in here, but yeah, you can find a lot of interesting, well, it's not better than Random Company. See this Pathfinder compatible here? This is the system / company I was writing for. So I beat the actual company to making their own rule. I'm proud of that one. And actually, you know, this I'm also very proud of. I think this looks like a nicely formatted, like some of the colors are a little weird, but like in my mind, it looks nicely formatted. You know, it just works. It's a nice display of information, but this is the kind of stuff that I was doing. So this one was a more mechanics based thing. And some of the later editions, I really focused on the more nitty gritty side of things. Like this was a new type of dragon. So this one's a lot shorter. This one's just very short, you know, introduces some new creatures. And I have 3 of these. I don't know. It was a lot of interesting things to do. And actually let's just go and look at. Well, yeah, and that's the thing is it's made purely for the type of people who play the game, which at that point in time I was very passionate about. But then I started streaming, kind of go back into this. So these are all 8 that I have made. This was the first. This one, I'm actually proud of the idea that I had with this one. This one's completely free. You can just download it. Like right now, actually. It's completely free because it's supposed to be kind of like a teaser, you know, an intro to the stuff that I do. And then there's like a big bundle that like puts all 4 of these together. But the funny thing is I actually have made more off of this than I have streaming, which is not a lot, mind you, but it's still funny. This stuff actually has almost paid for itself by now, which is interesting. But yeah, no, go ahead and ask your questions, JV. I'm more than happy to answer. This used to be what I did all the time. And the funny thing is I still have tons of stuff left that I could make for this, but the passion's just not quite there right now. So this satisfied me at a time when I wasn't streaming, and I don't know, streaming is kind of taking up that void, you know. But out of these 8, this plot point, oh, so that was the other thing, is I actually had a naming scheme for my stuff. First, all the books, how much, all the cost. If you bought everything, because that covers those for, it'd be like $9 or something like that. $9 for literally everything, because this is its own standalone. This is free. This bundle covers, I think, all 4 of these. And that's $3. And then this one's by itself. But the video game I actually will play on stream. That's something that I'll show you. No, don't don't go buying this if you're not actually interested in the game, please. Like, if you want to get a sample, just download the free one, you know? Just download. See this one? This one's free. Just take that one. You know, that's fine. Don't feel like you need to buy the rest. I really want people to only buy things that they're going to use. That's kind of important to me. That's why I made the, like, it's $2 for like a 4-page little book. So you're basically paying 50 cents a page. And, you know, again, it's not a lot, but it's enough. But these were all very interesting to make. I actually streamed making one of these on stream forever ago. I think it was this one. And that was actually kind of fun. Here's an idea in the future. Try making a book based on the results of the AI story generation thing you used last time. Well, that would be a crazy one. But yeah, so the idea with all this was a way for me to kind of get some of my creative juices out there, like in solid form. I made each of these in about a week, by the way. So this was a week, this was a week, this was a week, this was a week, this was another week. Like, I just cranked these out once I had the idea in my head. This one took several months, but I don't know. It's just, I genuinely thought that writing stuff like this was going to be what I did. And then I put a lot of effort into this. I'm not gonna lie. I put a lot of effort. But you know, at the end of the day, once I published this last one, it just kind of, it was a weird feeling to describe because I didn't feel like there was anything else that I needed to put out there. You know, at least right now. Now, the great thing about this is I can just go back and I can start downloading and like making stuff again. Like, I can just go do that right now. This account's still active. It still generates views and income technically. So I can just slap stuff up here and it's great. But this was probably the most successful of my side projects that I've done. And I think it's because when I was doing this, I really was super passionate about this. Like, I had ideas that I needed to tell people about, and I did. And then once I told them about it, I was like, okay, what the heck do I do now? Because I don't know. I'm not the kind of person that I can't do something I'm not passionate about. Like, you can just tell. And my interest it evaporates immediately. It's not exactly the greatest work mentality, but you know, it just kind of goes to show that when I get into something, I go ham. And then if I keep on doing it, that means that was a great choice and I will continue to do it and try to improve because it's something I'm really happy with. And I kind of took the same mentality towards VTubing actually, because in the beginning, I wasn't sure about VTubing, if I'm going to be 1000% real. I just wasn't sure. Also, I think my thing is broken. But you know, and then I got into it because like VTubing is on the list of things I had wanted to try. And I did try several years ago, like 6 years ago now. But my computer couldn't handle a whole bunch of other stuff. It just didn't work out. And then when it blew up again, I got back into it and I'm like, huh, what can I do with this? And I'm still at that stage of like, where can I push this? And I have a goal in mind that is going to take me a while, maybe less time than I thought, because I made a huge breakthrough this morning with creating something in 3D and using it and potentially making it so that other people can use it. We'll see about that last point, but no, there wasn't really a trend back then. It's just, so do you know Face Rig? When Face Rig first came out, I had bought it and I thought it was sweet. Like, I loved the concept. And like, Face Rig is nowhere near what it was today. Like, Face Rig is amazing compared to what it was. But like, the concept really intrigued me. And so I tried it, but my computer couldn't handle it and everything just broke and I didn't have the patience to fix things. So I legitimately did try it, you know, 6 years ago. I didn't have an avatar or anything. I was just using the base ones, but you know, it was interesting. It was, I don't know, it's just interesting. So that's why this time around I got into it. I got my 3D model. Working with that artist was good. I had bad expectations though. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing and the model didn't turn out the way I wanted. Not really because the artist couldn't do what she wanted or she needed to, but because I was very poor at explaining. That was a shortcoming of mine. And so I got my, you know, my 3D boy to the place where I'm happy with him. I genuinely do like him now, and I'll continue to change him probably in the future. But then Live 2D and all that stuff came out, and I was like, you know what? If we're gonna do this, let's try doing this at the highest level. Let's go. And so I did, and that's how this model came about. And I kind of expected my desire to VTube to start to wane a little bit, not gonna lie. Because again, once I achieve something super far off for me, if I don't have something else behind it, I almost lose interest immediately. It's not a very good trait, especially given how much I paid for this. Which was definitely not something I should have done, but I did it anyways. So I don't know. I guess that's just an interesting fact about me. I actually I sold a lot of stuff to be able to get this kind of equipment. Basically everything that wasn't vital to my life or my cat's life is gone. That's basically how much I liquidated to get everything. And then some. Made some pretty bad financial decisions. Really hoping this pays off in the long run. We'll see. Don't do what I did. Don't recommend it. But yeah, I don't know. It's the concept of VTubing to me, that novelty is kind of past. Because again, I mean, you guys have been here most of the time. I don't do a character. I don't do lore. Yeah, go ahead, JV. Ask whatever you want. I don't do a character. I don't do lore. I'm just me. I just happen to use a virtual avatar. And I don't know. I like the concept of what you can do with a virtual avatar and what kind of spaces you can project yourself into. Because I do think that there's a lot of interesting things that people have done and will do with virtual avatars. But at the same time, I feel like I'm pretty grounded with how I look at things, because like I recognize the limitations, right? And I don't want to be just limited to just VR or just IRL or stuff like that. I want to be able to I don't know. It's difficult to describe. You think there's a lot of things that can still be done, especially since you're okay with streaming. Oh yeah, no. I'm not done with streaming. Streaming is different than VTubing for me. Streaming is very different from VTubing. You already bought a cat house and your cat doesn't use it. He keeps it in a box. Dude, my cat refuses to sleep in his house. I finally let him start sleeping on the bed with me, because he's gotten older and he's calmed down a little bit, so he doesn't wake me up anymore. But yeah, like he doesn't sleep in his bed. He sleeps like on my feet or like elsewhere. It's kind of funny. Like right now he's just kind of chilling. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, streaming is different than VTubing specifically for me. Like just using a virtual avatar, I genuinely can't see myself doing this for more than a year. Like as using the avatar full time. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't use it occasionally or in other methods like the 3D avatar. That project I'm actually really excited for, and I made a breakthrough with it this morning because I found a tutorial that taught me how to set up VR motion controls like super easily, and I've actually got a working prototype in a blank world. So what I need to do is figure out how to move that to the castle world, because then we're in business. Once we can start walking around that thing, oh boy, I am excited. But yeah, I don't know, that's just kind of my future plans with streaming and shenanigans and things like that. Like I said, I post about this in Discord, but I do want to do the like cooking stream like in a week and a half or so on a Saturday, if I can figure out how to get it all set up by then. The logistics are admittedly the logistics are a little bit more confusing than I thought. I was like, oh, I'll just slap, you know, my webcam here, we'll have a good view, and then like, wait a second, that doesn't really show anything. So we'll see how it turns out. It'll be fun. But yeah, I have no problem showing myself on stream. Basically, anything anyone could say about my appearance or anything else is kind of like just noise, I guess. I don't know, it doesn't really affect me. I'm comfortable with who I am. I definitely want to improve, and that's why I've been working out a lot more and fixing my diet and losing weight and stuff like that. PvP free. Yeah, the medieval battle royale in the castle. If I could figure out how to do that, that would be amazing. But I don't know. I just feel very okay with who I am and what I am. And I wish more people felt that way. I don't envy anyone who doesn't feel like what they are, because that just sounds like a horrible nightmare that you can't wake up from. But I don't know. I also think that who you are is far more important than what. You know, if you're a good person, that kind of trumps everything else in my book. Just is. This is going deep. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a little deep, but this is coming from someone who has thought about this a lot. If you stop typing, your internet died. Good to know. Yeah, attacking someone's appearance is just kind of an interesting thing. I don't know. The word toxic gets used, I think, far too much for its own good, and kind of has lost a lot of its original meaning. Oh, hey, Will, how you doing? I don't know, is this deep? Maybe this is way deeper for some people, I guess. I don't know. I've thought this to oblivion. So I don't know. It's almost like secondhand nature to me at this point. Just you got to be happy with who you are and accept who you are, because if you are in denial about who you are, you know what? How are you gonna fix anything? You know, you can't fix something if you don't know what the problem is or where the problem is. You know, it's okay that you recognize that you don't like this part of who you are. If you recognize that it's a party, you can change it, you know? Anything that you accept that's your fault, you can fix. That's just how I feel. You know, overall, if you can recognize that there are parts that you want to change that are still parts of you, you can change. At least that's what I tell myself as I try to change. So we'll see if that is actually the case, you know? Okay. Well, so yeah, these were the RPG books that I did. Again, I'm very happy with how they all turned out. I really feel like I did a pretty good job with them. Like, sure, I could probably go back and change some of them. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. I forgot that I swapped back. But yeah, these are all the books that I've done. Feel good about them. Now we're going to go on to the thing that I feel very strongly about, but is also probably my biggest failure in life. Most expensive one, too, so far. All right. Now I'm going to preface this. I got to preface this. So this is a game that a friend and I developed. He was the programmer. I was the artist. Now, I have since come to terms with my level of art skill. And hopefully, you all have too. Because whew, there was a time when I legitimately thought this looked good. You know, maybe a little bit delusional. Maybe some friends supported me a little bit too much and didn't really tell me honestly. You know, yeah. Well, now you'll actually get to see it played. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Darkstar. Well, you know, maybe hold off on saying it looks good until we actually get into the game, okay? So this is the game. We're gonna start off with level 1. Now, the one thing I will say is my friend did a very good job with the programming. So everything functions, and it's actually a functional game. But everything you're seeing, that was me. That was my contribution to this. It's just a little shooter game. Has some boss fights and stuff. Power-ups, all that jazz. Yeah, it was a while ago. Now, some of these I actually think look okay for what they were. Others, maybe not. Like, I actually don't think this looks super terrible for the time period at, like, if this was from like 10 years ago. Then it would have been just fine. Would have been great. And actually, the little green dudes, the green dudes are probably my favorite in the game. I really like how they turned out. So let's try and get to the boss fight for this level. Oh, also the asteroids. I feel like I did a good job with the asteroids. They're just kind of cool. They kind of fit in the background. Now, granted, this is me saying I did good for my very low skill. Let's not get crazy and call this a masterpiece, you know. I also do think that there are some parts of this game that are genuinely difficult because of some of the stuff we did. It actually plays very nice. I really like how this portion of it turned out. because it does, like, as you can see, it plays like a functional game. And this is just level 1, so there's nothing crazy that happens here. But you will soon see. Past level 1, things get crazy. It could be better. It's not a thing I would, or it's not a thing you call really bad, but it's good. Yeah, the internet would disagree with you. We actually had a Kickstarter for this, and I got a lot of hate on Steam for this because people were not happy that I had the audacity to call myself an artist. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die to these stupid things in my own game. Oh gosh, please. Please. I can't die level 1. All right, you guys ready for the best looking boss you've ever seen? I guarantee you're not ready. So yeah, this is the boss. Real invigorating gameplay, am I right? Oh yeah, everyone starts from somewhere for sure. But we may have tried to jump up the scale a little bit. Look. I warned you guys beforehand. You can't blame me for this. I did tell you. I don't remember how to use power-ups, which is really unfortunate because I could really use them. Oh, I'm dead. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. So that was level 1. Level 2 kind of, let's just say the difficulty amps up a little bit. So this was level 2. Enemies look just as bland as they did before, you know. Yeah, that was the consensus from a lot of people was, hey, if you guys actually had someone who knew how to do artwork, you know, this would look like a good game. And then I died. How do you use... What's the button to use the freaking power-ups? Is it spacebar? Oh, it's spacebar. I figured it out. I'm a genius. Now, I actually am happy with some of these guys and how they turned out. Like this little Halo dude, I actually like how the colors work together for this one. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Now it's time for my favorite thing in this game that we made. We programmed a black hole. So my buddy figured out how to do this, which is amazing. I'm gonna put on a shield so oh, shield doesn't save you from that. That's right, I forgot. Oh no, I'm dead. Hold on. We got to go back to this level. One of these bosses I'm actually pretty happy with. Well, we'll get to him in a minute. I actually don't know if I can survive this level with base lasers. Oh, this is gonna be so hard. Oh, please. So many lasers. So many bouncing lasers. Please. Let me through. Thank you. Oh my gosh. There's so many lasers. Am I gonna die again? Yes, I am. Oh my gosh, there's so much junk on the screen. Okay, I got a bomb and a laser. We're good. We're good. Uh-oh. And I died. I need my shields. Oh, I gotta kill these Halo things. You know what? Laser time! Okay, gotta kill it on the... Oh, I killed it in the middle of the screen again. If you can update the ARP tad bits, I think a re-release of that game can be fairly successful. Yeah, the problem is it's not finished and we're no longer working together on this. So, that's the only problem. Oh gosh. I forgot that this game can get a little crazy sometimes. All right. Our Space Invader ripoff. Why are they invincible? Oh no. Wait, why were they invincible? Oh my gosh. Save me. I just want to get to the boss. I know he's coming up. I forgot how hard we made this game. Oh gosh. No. Yeah, I forgot how hard we made this game. Now, the nice thing is the level should keep on playing. So I think we can just go all the way to the end. Yeah. This game gets, I mean, you can see the screen. It gets a little insane, as you may or may not be able to tell. There's a lot of stuff going on. Now, oh, there's the boy. There he is. I was happy with this boss. I'm not necessarily with how he looked, but he's got some cool mechanics that my friend programmed. So he shoots a giant freaking laser. He throws these little balls, and then he sucks them back up from the bottom of the screen. And then he actually goes faster and faster and faster the lower health he gets. And he has another attack where he starts throwing red balls that like spread out or that blow up in a halo and then all come back in. He gets pretty crazy. So the way you're supposed to survive it is up in this top right hand corner here, you have power-ups. One's a giant freaking laser that just decimates everything. One's a bomb that kind of blows up everything on screen, and it does a big chunk of damage to the boss. But it destroys all projectiles on the screen. And then this other one is a shield where you're invulnerable for a few seconds. Let's try a different level. So this was... What was this one? Oh, so this is our asteroid concept level, where if you destroy asteroids, they break apart, and depending on how big they are, they can break apart more. This was also our first level to introduce a new concept of a stage hazard. So we got a meteor storm that's coming from the top everywhere the screen flashes, or whatever direction the screen flashes from. It will, a bunch of meteors will come from that direction. This had a bunch of new enemies. Some of them I think look good. Some of them I think look meh. One of them is actually that like weird Technicolor thing. So it doesn't do damage to you, but it pushes you. So if it hits you, you go flying. Which on this level is very scary. Also, the red dudes are the upgraded form of the worms from earlier. They can't die. But what they do... Oh, see. Oh, gosh. See, these things just push you everywhere. So they can't push you, or the red worms don't die, but they break apart these giant asteroids. Oh, shoot. And then those weird Technicolor eye dudes. Oh, gosh. They reverse your controls while they're active. So I don't know. We had a lot of good concepts with the game. Oh, you got to go because it's midnight. Well, thanks for dropping by, JV. Oh, I died. We're just gonna do some asteroid cleaning with the giant laser. And then this was just another giant meteor storm. Nothing super scary about this one. I just used a laser for no reason. No, so there, I think there were genuinely a lot of interesting concepts for what this game was. I actually think this level is one of the nicer looking ones. It's just good. I don't know. It's simple. It doesn't look like the others in terms of their weird visualness. I think this was the last level that we finished. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. But yeah. This was this took us way longer than it probably should have. Go shield, go. I think I put in about 1,000 hours on this thing. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Oh, gosh. Stupid eye thing. I just want to get to the last boss to show it off, because if this is the one I think it was actually pretty good. Oh, gosh. No, no, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, what the heck was that noise? Oh, gosh. Oh, it scared the crap out of me. That was really loud. Oh. But yeah, let me see if it shows the boss. Does it show the boss? I'm gonna be real disappointed if I don't get to see the boss. What was the boss of this level? Actually, wait, there might not be a boss for this level. This one had a... Oh, yeah, this one wasn't finished. That's right. And then this level, I don't think this level is even close to being finished. So in this level, you're supposed to be... There's like a mini cutscene where you got sucked into a worm, like a giant freaking worm. And so, you know, this beautiful Technicolor nightmare that you're now staring at was supposed to be like the insides of this worm thing. And the funny thing is this is all procedurally generated. So every time through this level would be different. with the exception of, I think there were some parts that he programmed that would always have the same scripted event. I don't really, oh geez. I'm remembering about all these terrifying things that I made. I actually really like the weird purple ball texture thing that I made. Oh, and so that's why enemies are coming at us from behind. Is because the idea was this was the thing that just kind of ate everything. Oh, that's an interesting graphical bug right there. I'm not really sure how he programmed this, but I do know that it was interesting. Now, I do know that back when we made this, the final boss of this level is 1000% bugged. Like, super bugged. Oh my gosh, these stupid tentacles need to stop throwing their balls at me. Okay. There we go. Get rid of a little screen clutter there. So yeah, now I'm fairly certain I'm about to break. Like right here. And I died. Also, I think my chat died. My chat definitely died for a second. Okay. Yep, so this is the end of this level. Funnily enough, the only one we reached on the first try. Now, oh, he got this working in a real weird way. What the freak? Okay, this is not what was supposed to happen at all. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Okay, this is apparently a different bugged version that I'm used to. I know you're supposed to fly back out of it, but like, why are all these just balls everywhere? I'm so confused. Rando, I have no freaking idea what's going on. I have legitimately no idea. Wait, what happens if you get to the end of this level? Why is it upside down? What the heck's going on? I am so incredibly confused. Okay, we made it out. Are we like soft stuck here? Yeah, we're definitely soft stuck here. What the heck is going on? Okay, well. Oh yeah, he made a tutorial. I forgot about this. I forgot that he made a tutorial. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, that was Darkstar in all of its glory. We'll get some music back on here. So yeah, those are the 4 levels we made. We had a bunch of other ideas. But you know what might be kind of fun? Oops. Is if we look at some of the... I still have some of the original files. So stuff that I... Like this... So these are the actual files from the game that I made. And these are all going to be in GIF format. Let's see how well these will translate on screen. This will be window capture for sure. It's gonna be photos. Oh, hey, that worked out pretty well. Just gonna, whoops, we're gonna put this behind me. There we go. Boom. So this is Halo Dude. This was probably my favorite thing to make. I don't really know why or how I did it, but if I had to pick one thing that I made that I think was genuinely okay as far as like things were concerned, this thing is good. Now, there's a lot of little details that are going to be hard to notice at this scale, but as you might be able to see, you'll see like a little white bead going around. So every time that it turns white, that means it shoots at one of those small little shots. Same thing with this pink one that goes clockwise and this teal one that goes counterclockwise. See, the idea is this thing just unloads bullets everywhere, but they don't do a lot of damage. Like, I think the value was set to like 3 or something really small. It's like these would, taking damage from these was basically unavoidable, but you know, they were, yeah, you just couldn't really dodge these. You had to kill them quick to reduce the amount of damage you took. So they were a lot of fun to make. Let's take a look at some of these others. Let's see. Enemy folder. Let's go with Bat Guy. The heck? I didn't show up. Okay, well, it's not showing up quite the way that it was supposed to. So I guess we'll just swap to this one. Nope, not that one. There we go. Oh, this one's like almost impossible to see. Why is this one so tiny? Well, this is one of the little bat dudes that fly down from the top of the screen. I can't really make it bigger. So, sorry about that. Let me see if I can find one of the bosses that's in that form. I don't know if there is one. Okay, so not all of these have gifts, unfortunately. Oh, there he is. Come here, centipede guy. Look at him. He's kind of tiny, but you know what? That's okay. We appreciate him all the same. Oh yeah, this took us a long time. I do think that a lot of these concepts are genuinely pretty good for what we have. If we revisited it and had like a better artist, or you know, Red as an actual artist make this kind of stuff, who knows? It could be like a Toho style game. That was kind of our inspiration. Not necessarily Toho, but so our actual inspiration was a game called Raptor. I can't remember the rest of the name of the game, but that was our big like inspiration, was Raptor. Plays very similarly, not nearly as chaotic as that, but you know, it's something. We're gonna go back to this screen. We're just gonna leave this open because why not? So yeah, there was this. Should we, you know what, just for fun, let's look at our failed Kickstarter. I actually don't know if we show up anymore. Oh, it might have been too long. I don't know if we even show up anymore. Yeah, Darkstar is apparently a common name. You know, surprise, surprise. Oh, yeah, we don't even show up anymore. Oh, do you know what? I know where we'll find us. Hey, baby. There we are. I found us. Found us on Greenlight. All right, you ready for the comments? Hold on. Wait. I don't want to show all of them yet. Okay, I'm gonna hide the comments behind me. Did that work? Sort of. Okay, you guys ready for this? So this is what we woke up to when this got put on Steam Greenlight. This is why you should always check your reality of how good you think you are at something, because the internet, by God, it's gonna tell you. So let's just scroll down, shall we? First one, I like the MS Paint sprites. You know, a little, you know, it got in there a little bit. It cut just a little bit, but you know, it's not too bad. Nothing crazy, nothing too hurtful. Action 52, that one's a little bit more hurtful, just because I know what Action 52 is. Not to be confused with the John Carpenter film. Don't know what this was about. Still don't know what this was about. A guy that is complaining that the art style does not look retro to me. Your color, let's see. Look at the arcade games, not console games. Your color palette will never be considered retro. I do like your enemy formation suggests an artist if you're really going to go yada 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 yada. You know, he's right. Sure. Not bad. 1998 called. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this one hurt. They wanted their games back. Oh, hey, what's up, Elise? I don't think I've seen your oldest cat. But 1998 called. They wanted their games back. By the way, this is back in 2017, so this is 4 years ago. This is a lot of people. So this is people responding. This is people responding. So this is a friend of mine. They're responding to him defending me, which, you know, kudos for him doing it. But yeah, it's pretty bad. So they're saying he hasn't played retro. MS Paint equals retro. 30 years ago, this would have looked amazing. I forgot what this says, but I remember it translated to something terrible. I think. Let's find out. What does this say? I buy it, but it's very cheap. Oh, never mind. This guy was fine. This guy was fine. He's okay. Looks like shit. Oh, it hurts. Oh gosh, it hurts. You know, from some passage of the video, it looked like you could craft some interesting enemy waves and attacks if you put some effort. However, you desperately need an artist. Oof. A real artist. This one, ooh. This one cut a little. I mean, looking back, he was right. I'm not an artist. Not in that sense, at least. Then we got this guy. It's okay. There's a Kickstarter on this. Holy shit, lol. Wait, you have a lead artist? Nope. Just nope, nope, nope. Why? I'll look at Discord in a bit, Elise. Oh, baby. So yeah, that's the kind of comment thread I woke up to. But yeah. This took a little bit to recover from, not gonna lie. This one particularly, this one hurt. This one was bad. So yeah, the lesson I took away from this is be very careful about what you think is good. Just, you know, check yourself into the door of reality every once in a while, you know? Now, some of these guys I think were needlessly harsh, but you know what? It is what it is. This was a bad day when I first had it, but looking back, you know, I don't want to call them right, because some of these guys are just straight up jerks. But on the other hand, you know, my artistic skills were not good, you know? The thing that really hurt about this is I actually went to, like, I enrolled myself in like a sort of after study program of a local art college to try and get better at this while I was doing this. And I mean, obviously that didn't really do much, but you know, it is what it is. But this I don't know, like this is probably my greatest failure in life currently, with like what I tried to do. But I don't feel bad for doing it, right? Like, that might sound weird to say, but I kind of wear this like, I have this as a poster in my room. Like, it's hanging up where I can see it at all times. So like, I don't regret doing this. I might not like the result of what happened, but I do not regret making this. Like, my friend and I, we formed a company over this. We paid for a lawyer to help form a company for this. Like, we did a bunch of stuff for this. We basically spent a lot of money and got nothing back for it whatsoever. But, you know, I don't know. It's weird, but this, I'm really happy I did this. And so this is kind of what leads to my current mentality of no one in the internet really cares about you in the beginning, you know? So they're going to say whatever's on their mind. So, you know, if you get people like, oh, you know, I kind of like what you do. They had literally no obligation to say anything to you. Like, nothing. They had no reason to be polite to you outside of, you know, being decent people. But to say that they like what you did, you know, they could have easily just very bluntly said, I don't really like what you're doing here. But they didn't. They chose to, you know, spend time with you. They chose to compliment you. And I kind of take solace in that fact of, like, you know, for 99% of people that I will meet on the internet, they do not care at any point about me. So for them to say, hey, I like what you're doing, that has to be their genuine thoughts, you know? I don't know. That's something I take away. And that's important to me, is, you know, people don't support people that they don't like genuinely, because they'll tell you straight to your face if they think you're doing something stupid. I don't know. But yeah, Darkstar was an interesting time. I actually think I still have the literal amount. Hold on, I think I have this time card. We kept track of a time card of how much time it took us to make this thing. And I know I at least put in, I think it was either 500 or 600 hours. And my buddy did the same. I'm almost positive. That is the wrong time card spreadsheet. Whoops. Wow, I last opened this like 3 years ago. Jeez. I put in, yeah. Yeah. So we put in almost a collective 1,000 hours to make this game. Ah. Good times. Good times. But yeah, I don't know. I guess if anyone was going to take away anything from what happened tonight, it's, you got to give your dream a shot, you know? Sometimes you'll end up like Darkstar, which is arguably a failure, but you learn ludicrous amounts of stuff. Like, I learned so much stuff from this failure of a game. It's ridiculous. Like, I learned company shenanigans. I learned marketing shenanigans. I learned how Steam Greenlight worked at the time. I kind of learned how Facebook marketing worked. I learned how Kickstarter worked. I learned how to build a Kickstarter. I learned how to do all this other stuff that I wouldn't have if I hadn't tried this. And that's actually the same way that I feel about my my publishing stuff as well. Is we'll go back to that for a second, because why not? Oh, we're still in Firefox. Oops. But with all this stuff, oh no, Camille, no, you're joining at a time when I'm going over my my life's greatest failures. No, I'm just kidding. If you learn a lot of things, can you really say it's a failure? Thank you for the Catboy raid. I appreciate it though. If you learn a lot of things, can you really say it's a failure? It was a failure fiscally, not mentally or anything like that. And I think that's a huge mentality shift to take. Is while I didn't make money off of it, it didn't succeed, quote unquote. It didn't by everyone else's standards, it was not a success. Actually, can I have, I'll have these both in the same window. Boom. Oh wait, I can't do that. Hold on. Yeah, I know how to do this too. Hi, Alpha Gaming. How you doing? You're late? Hey, don't worry about it. We're just discussing things. And you are fine. But how'd your stream go, Camille? Hopefully it went well. I'm gonna swap this to snipping tool. Boom. Bada bing. Oh, that's huge. Okay, come here. Hey, Amico. How you doing? We've just been talking about other stuff I've done in the past. My two shining examples being a failed video game that I made, which is this boy right here, good old Darkstar, where, as you can tell, only an artist of the highest caliber could have crafted such a masterpiece. And then my publishing stuff, which I'm currently hiding some of. But also, hello, NPC. How you doing? Welcome. Oh, so many from the Catboy raid. You know, Camille, one of these days, you're going to be streaming after me, not before me. One of these days. Oh, no, I am very proud. You kind of joined halfway through this conversation, but even though all of this stuff failed, quote unquote, I don't regret doing any of this. Well, actually, the publishing stuff, that didn't fail. That has not failed. But the video game, which I sunk a year of my life into, I am proud of it. I am very proud of it. Even though it failed. Glad to hear you're doing good, NPC. I'm doing good myself. Where, I don't know, maybe I'm just being old man Rayless and reminiscing about things. It was interesting to say the least. Oh no, what happened? Hopefully only good things. But yeah, you might have to delete your VOD. Oh, I better go download it before you have a chance. No, I'm just kidding. Today we learned that money can in fact buy happiness. Oh no. How much money did you receive there? Money can buy a lot of stuff. Well, okay, so money can't buy happiness, but it can definitely remove a lot of problems from your life. That's I firmly agree with that statement. A nice sum, nice. Well, congratulations, congratulations. Let's see. What other shenanigans have I gotten up to in life? Oh, we could watch some cringe videos of mine. And when I say cringe, I mean, we're talking like, we're talking little baby Rayless on YouTube. Because those technically exist. I don't have access to this account anymore. Well, I sort of do. I could have access to it if I wanted to, but I don't. So we're, you know, but my first, okay. Now this is going to make me sound old because I know how old some people in my chat are. This was, okay. Just because I know Camille's here, I know for a fact this is older than half of Camille's age. It's pretty old. Let's see if I can find it. I can't play the audio though. Oh, what is it? So you see this thing from 11 years ago? Windows Movie Maker. Ooh, baby. Oh, I was so young. Oh, I gotta remove. Darkstar, you're blocking the view. Get out of here. So yeah, this was oops. This was 11 years ago. This Windows Movie Maker editing, baby. Sad thing was, I made this. Oh, this is gonna betray how old I really am, or how old I feel. I technically made this, I think, in college. Holy hell, that's. Oh, I feel so old now. Yeah, see that little that 33,000 baby? Oh yeah. Dude, this anime was dope. But yeah, this was me, you know, 11 years ago. You were 14 back then. Oh gosh. So yeah, there's that. Hold on. Okay, I gotta hide this real quick. We're going on a secret mission. This is old. Okay, so that's like Babby Rayless back in the day when I thought I had you know, I don't really know what I was doing back then. Oh, two-step authentication. Hold on, my model's gonna break for a second. Yeah, pen and paper RPG. Sure, well, I can show that while I'm setting this up and, you know, letting my model continue to be broken. So I wrote for Pathfinder 2nd edition. All right, we're gonna, okay, now I can reopen VTube Studio so I don't look as insane. There we go, everything's working again. Let's swap back to that for a second, shall? Oh wait, that would require me showing this. Hold on, I have to hide this. This is a secret mission that must not be shown just yet. Okay, there we go. We can go back here. There you go. So yeah, this is stuff I've published. Like these are out in the world right now. Boop. These are all me. Huzzah! All written for 2nd edition Pathfinder. Whoops. This was I think most of these came out last year even. Took quite a bit of time, but I kind of put out everything that I wanted to, so there's not really anything else that I need to that I wanted to do for these right now, so I don't know if I'll put out any more. But yeah, these are all done by me. This one, a friend wrote most of the lore for it because I paid him to do it, and then I did all the mechanical stuff for the game. All right, so we're gonna look and see if I can find. Oh wow, we're going back far. Oof. Do you know what? No. So these are standalone supplements. So, oh, wow. I thought I turned music with vocals off. Apparently not. There we go. So these are all like, this one's like 4 pages. This one's like 15 pages. These are all things for a game called Pathfinder, which is like D&D. It's very similar. They share the same type of gameplay. So like this has 10 new gods that you can play around with that have all their mechanics and stuff for 2nd edition Pathfinder. This one has 3 new races. This one is a new type of dragon. So is this one, and so is this one. And then this one has some new creature rules for adjusting things. Yeah, it's basically that. Also, hello Androval. I don't think I welcomed you to the stream. I apologize for taking so long. But yeah, so these are all written by me. All the mechanics are designed by me. The only one that I had help with was this one. Other than that, the artwork is artwork I found online. Most of it for free, honestly. These are pretty cheap to make, and they were fun to make. Someday I might go back to writing these because I still play in the system. I still enjoy creating content for the system. But I don't know, like this was, which one was the last one I did? This one was the last one I did. And I don't know, when I finished it, it was weird. I just felt like I had nothing left to add right now. So I coincidentally moved on to streaming. I actually streamed, I think it was this one. I streamed writing this one. Yeah, these were fun to make. They were time consuming, but boy, were they fun. Like, they were a ton of fun to make. Even just looking at these like kind of gives me that itch of like, hey, yeah, you know, you have some new ideas. You could add some new stuff here. And like I said, I don't know, maybe I will. I still have all the rights and all the publishing and everything to do it, so it's not like I can't. Which is, it's nice to just have that option, you know? The fact that I can just go do this. Ah, okay. But anyways, now back to the secret thing that I was hiding. We're gonna scroll down. All right, so this is a video that honestly I could probably have. You know, I should unprivate these videos. Kind of show where I started from, maybe. All right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna open up some of these old videos, and it's gonna be good. Sounds like a lot of stuff about dragon. Yeah, so I was on a dragon kick when I wrote these. I actually have, so of these dragons, the lunar dragon, annihilator dragon, and nightmare dragon, there's still like 7 others that I have already written down. I just haven't put into like InDesign to make them, you know, look nice. Stuff like the avarice dragon. There's a couple, I don't know. I have a book somewhere that's not next to me that has like a huge list of them. I don't know. I was just on a dragon kick for a little bit. Just kind of interesting. So we're going to look at what is my oldest video on my current YouTube channel. Is it just a clip? It's probably, oh no. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Oh baby, this is from 7 years ago. Let's go. I think I can still use, can I still use this? This has it does have copyright free music. Let's freaking go. Okay, let's go. Y'all aren't ready for this. Okay. So this is a video that you can no longer see on YouTube because it's going to remain hidden forever. But this is the first video I posted to this channel. What music is this? Oh, it's so good. I forgot about this. This is like, what, 2 years before Darkstar? Oh my gosh. I forgot about this. Let's full screen this. Wow. This is a trip down memory lane. Let's skip ahead a little bit. How did this turn out? I think it actually looked okay. I have the pencil drawing of this on my wall over here. Oh, this is old Photoshop too. I was smart enough to use copyright free music even back in the day. Wow. Good job, 2014 Rayless. You did good. You did good. Were my first 3 videos really drawing videos? They were. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's crazy. Then I went on a huge League of Legends thing. Like, oh my gosh, did I just... Yeah, okay, I stayed on League of Legends for a while. I even made like a little minion animation. Forgot about this too. Jeez, there's so much stuff I forgot about. They're all hidden. This is just a looping animation. That's all this is. December 29th, 2014. I don't know what I was going to do with this, but I was going to do something with it. Jeez. Wow. So there's that one. Oh my gosh, there's so much random stuff. I've been doing this for apparently so long that I undergo like metamorphosis every once in a while. But back when I actually tried to do this seriously, last time, which was apparently in the later half of 2015 and the beginning half of 2016. And then Darkstar was 2017. I didn't do anything on YouTube for 2018 or 19. Interesting. Wow. I have to wonder if this kid escaped bullets from my friends back then. There's a lot of stuff that I did back then that was great. Okay. By the way, okay, so I have to show this off. This is probably my favorite thumbnail I have ever made. It's just, oh my gosh, this is glorious. You're not ready for this. Oh, I love this thumbnail. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. This was for a game called Shopkeep. I don't know why I did this, but I did it. I love it so much. Oh gosh. Also, have a good night, Camille. Thanks for the raid. Sorry, I love my old YouTube content, even if it's really dumb. Stuff like that just make me so happy. Oh my gosh. Now you can't find a lot of these anymore because they're all privated for various reasons. Oh yeah, that was like the theme of my thumbnails was I'm just doing something weird. And you know what? It's fantastic. We're just going to roll with it. Oh, but you remember watching this video back? How could you watch this video back in the day? How is that possible? This video has like 25 views. It has like negative views. How could you have found this video, Andreval? Oh, now the one that, so this is actually my milestone video to beat. It has the most views out of any video I've ever made, and I'm so salty about it because it's just a clip that I threw on the League of Legends Reddit, and it got a lot of views. You ready for it? I guess it's a 36-second clip. You're gonna go get some work done. Hey, have a good night, Amico. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. So this is my highest viewed YouTube video ever at 50 or 48,000 views. This is the whole video. You better be ready. You guys aren't ready for this. Oh, look at those slow motion effects. Oh, look at the barrel. Oh. That's it. That's the whole video. It's just that in slow motion. Such skill. Oh, it has my old end screen on it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be allowed on YouTube because I just like making stupid stuff. I went on a clip phase for a long time. Oh man, this is back when I was spamming the crap out of Reddit. Oh my gosh. And then I got it in my head that I was going to start doing these like league talk show things. I did that for a spell. Yeah, I've been Rayless forever. Rayless has always been my name. Except for when I was like 14, maybe. Yep, I've been Rayless forever. What's the story behind the name Rayless? Say realize or realize slow. Realize, Rayless. That's literally the name's origin. No particular reason why. That's just what it is. Also, I gotta say, that thumbnail, top tier right there. I love tonight's thumbnail too. Tonight's thumbnail was pretty good. I was very happy with it. I don't know. It's just, that's just how I came up with my name. Just, it really was. Nothing real crazy about it. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff that's like hidden on my YouTubes. Some of it I should probably unhide because it doesn't really matter since I show my face now. I hid it back when I thought that it was super taboo to show your face as a VTuber, and now I just don't care, like, at all. You know, surprise, surprise. And I didn't really care before, but I guess, I don't know. Maybe I should just keep the old stuff hidden because it was a different style that I was going for from the rest of the channel. I don't know. Maybe I'll unprivate it one day for funsies. But yeah, that's kind of my the story of all the random stuff I've done. There's a lot of it. And there'll probably continue to be a lot of it. Oh, whoops, I should probably reset my my stuff there. But yeah. Now you guys know a little bit more about what I've done in the past. A little bit more in-depth look. I will say though that I've never really regretted anything that I've tried. That I will say. And maybe do a reaction stream when you hit 1K subs. A reaction to what though? See, okay, so you actually bring up an interesting thing. I actually don't really like reaction streams unless I have something that I can add to the conversation. You know, if it's like a reaction of my old stuff, yeah, sure. That's fine, whatever. I can cringe at myself all day, you know. You feel like you were introduced to this channel the right moment for a good story time? Well, that's basically what tonight's entire stream's purpose was to because I've kind of been on a kick about talking about doing all the stuff that you want to do rather than, you know, getting boxed in. And I don't know, I've kind of felt that like I should show that I've tried a lot of stuff, and I will continue to try as much stuff as I can to really succeed in life. I mean, realistically, everything up until now, with the exception of the publishing stuff, that's actually like a net neutral in terms of time and energy spent and money spent to money output. Not saying that money should be your only measure of success, but you know, if you want to make a living doing what you enjoy, money is definitely definitely a part of that. But I don't know, you just got to keep trying. You can't ever try something once and move on, which admittedly I've been very good at that in the past, of trying something for not long enough and not really taking the time to get good at it. Like, for instance, those drawing videos. I did 3 of those and then never did another one because I got discouraged. It's like, well, you did 3 videos. What did you expect, you know? I've done over 150 videos now on YouTube. And, you know, we're still at 313 subs, which I'm not complaining about, mind you. Just proving a point. Like, sometimes you just gotta keep trying until you feel like you're not improving. And then, maybe moving on to something else helps you improve a little bit more. I definitely think that my previous streaming career, 5 years ago, / making YouTube videos, I do think that helped me prepare for what I'm doing now, and I'm continuing to grow now. 313, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, if you change it right now, yes, which I will appreciate, but fine, I'll update my number to whatever it is at the exact moment I refresh. But yeah, no, that's a good I don't know, it's just good. You just got to keep trying stuff, and as long as you keep trying something you're interested in, you'll do good. Hi Kia, how you doing? Welcome. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I keep changing my intro every couple months. I actually would have changed it already, except for I just made a new outro, which kind of satisfied the need for me to change my intro. I know it's a weird dichotomy, but it works for me. I don't know. And even right now, I'm trying out YouTube Shorts. I'm trying out short form videos that are not YouTube Shorts. You just got to try everything. Try everything until you succeed, because when you have nothing, you can try everything, and if you find something that works that you enjoy doing, you hit the jackpot. And some people find it immediately, and they have a lot of initial success, which is fantastic. I mean, like, take a look at any of the Hololive members, right? They have a big company behind them. They got them that start, but they wouldn't still be popular if they weren't pushing under their own steam. But and just because they did really good at being, a VTube Holostar or Hololive member, they did a lot of stuff earlier that might not have worked out for them. Maybe Hololive was the one thing that all their failures led up to, getting them a good success in life. And that's kind of the philosophy I live by is, you gotta, the more you fail, the more chances you really have to succeed, because as long as you're always pushing for something good and always improving, you're still doing more effort than someone else is, which is maybe a weird way to look at things, but every moment you spend improving yourself, you're getting just a little bit further ahead. And eventually you're going to have the skills to capitalize on an opportunity that someone else didn't, because they didn't put in the work before. So, and I got a little taste of that, actually. I mean, I doubled my subs in a week because of one single video that it was a trial for me. I was just testing it, and the test worked out really well. Haven't been able to replicate it since then, but because maybe my skills weren't ready to capitalize on it, right? And so, you always got to improve, because if you can find that bottle of lightning and try it again, and you have the skills to do it again, boom, you're set. That was a really long tangent for me saying always try things and get better at them. I get chatty when I'm awake. Like, well, not awake. Awake is a bad. When I'm energetic, I get chatty. I just like talking. I really just like talking. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I just talk a lot. It's probably why I go through like 4 bottles of water every stream, because I just talk. Oh, throat's dry, better drink an entire ½ liter of water, talk some more. Water's so good. But yeah, so Saturday, I haven't fully decided what I'm doing on Saturday yet, but it might be another Photoshop stream, because that was just, honestly, that was so much fun. And it's something I can do while chatting, and it's just, It's just fun. I love making horrible Photoshop abominations. I have plenty of other victims I can use. Maybe we'll steal Camille's artwork and take some creative liberties on it and then present it to him and see what he says. That might be kind of fun. That'd be pretty funny. Or at least you got skill just sleeping dormant inside of you, but you got awesome potential. I think that's true of everyone, Kia, honestly, is I think everyone has potential. It's just finding that thing that you're good at. And you know, sometimes you gotta try a bunch of stuff. Just gotta try everything. Cause you know, you might never come across the thing that you have really high potential in unless you're looking for it. That's kind of the philosophy I'm living by right now is, again, I know I can make it in something. I just have to find the thing, you know? Dang, I just realized who your voice was making me think of. You sound to me like an older version of Hiccup and How to Train Your Dragon. Really? People always comment on my voice. I don't know how I feel about my own voice when I listen to it. I think I've gotten a lot better at listening to it just because I've done a lot of stuff behind the scenes to like tune my audio quality to be just the way that I like it. If I might suggest something, try photoshopping your friends into monsters like Godzilla. Oh, that could be really fun. Photoshopping my friends as I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget that. That's going in the stream idea folder because that sounds fun. Photoshopping friends as monsters. That sounds like a lot of fun. I might have to try that on Saturday. That genuinely sounds fun. What unspeakable eldritch horrors. Speaking of your voice, that's precisely the reason why I became a fan of yours, woo. Well, I'm glad that my I don't know, what would I even categorize my own voice as? Like, I don't even know. But I'm glad that you enjoy it nonetheless. You trade it singing and I'm having a real hard time tolerating my own voice. Definitely has uniqueness and a certain charm to it. Well, I appreciate all the compliments. Thankfully, my own voice isn't something I really have to listen to, so I don't really have to feel good or bad about it unless I'm editing, and then I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's it. I do like my laugh, though. I really like my own laugh. Maybe that's like weirdly narcissistic to say. I love when I just get like giddy because it goes into that like weird, like sort of higher pitch, just maniac laughing. I love it. I just like laughing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we'll probably end up doing that on Saturday. The photoshopping friends as monsters. That sounds fun. We'll have to do Index again so that she can rage at me. Index is appalled by my artistic skills. She's joked around with it a few times. She even used it as her Twitter profile for a little bit, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. You listen to Mutahar. I don't know Mutahar, unfortunately. If it's like a musician or something, I am a little let's just say I'm not fully up to date. I have a bad habit of listening to the same music a lot. Like a lot. Like way too much. Oh man. Good times though, good times. Great stream. I'm really oh, my headset's dying. I was about to say something, and then I heard the beep beep from my headset, and it's like, well, you know, maybe you've been streaming long enough. Maybe you should actually plug me in. I'm like, oh, okay, well, fine. All right, headset, you win. You get your power. I can afford to plug you back in. Oh, good times. Yeah, we'll probably do Photoshop on Saturday. That just sounds like fun. Something I can do easily and I like doing, and it's always a good time. And everyone gets to see these terrible creations I make. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually become good at Photoshop. Index doesn't know where I live yet. She's within driving distance, but she doesn't know where I live yet. I don't know where she lives either, but you know, if she ever does, I'll have to make sure I lock my door before I do any more art streams that involve her, so she can't just come and, you know, find me. Oh. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call the stream here. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Had a wonderful time showing off everything. Great time hanging out with y'all. I'll have to make sure I thank Camille for the raid later. But now we get to use the new outro again. So, as usual, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you all again on the next stream. Have a good night, everybody.